How can you tell if someone is lying? Here are some signs. So pay attention to their body language. When people are lying, they might avoid eye contact or look away frequently. Touching or covering their mouth, nose, or face can be a subconscious action when you are avoiding telling the truth. Fiddling with objects, tapping foot, shaking a leg, crossing arms or legs in a defensive posture. Leaning away from you is a way of trying to create physical distance subconsciously. Blinking rapidly or excessively. And also look for inconsistencies in their story. If someone is lying, their story might, of course, change over time because they'll struggle to remember the details of their deception. Include contradictory information that doesn't make sense or match up with other facts. They might do that. They might be overly rehearsed with no room for spontaneous answers. Or they might lack specific details or be super vague because they just don't want to give away too much. So they keep everything, one-word answers. Notice their tone of voice. When people lie, their voice might change in pitch significantly or tone, becoming much, much higher than they would typically speak. They might be a little bit shaky. That is a good way to tell that someone is very uncomfortable. Sounding super flat or monotone as if they're trying to suppress their emotions. That's a psychological sign. That's a sign that something is going on that they're trying to suppress. Including more ums than usual is a sign that they may be trying to come up with the next lie. So they're stalling for time. And try asking open-ended questions when you're trying to figure out if someone's lying instead of yes or no questions, because open-ended ones require a more detailed answer. And this can help you get a better sense of whether or not someone is telling the truth. So instead of, did you steal the money, right? No. Pretty simple. You don't get a lot out of that. But what were you doing at the time the money was stolen is a more open-ended question. Of course, that sounds like a police interrogation, but I think you understand the point. Open-ended questions will give you much more information than a yes or no question. Watch for signs of defensiveness. When somebody is being questioned and they don't want to answer, they often deflect away from the lie or turn it around on you. And this is a way of trying to evade accountability and avoiding answering a question directly, right? You change the subject, you make it about the other person. This happens a lot in toxic relationships. So watch out for that. Becoming hostile and angry when questioned is a sign that somebody is not comfortable with answering that question. Some people also use humor and sarcasm to do the same thing. It isn't always this toxic anger. Oh yeah, what about you? It's sometimes humor, and that can be a trickier one because that's very disarming. Remember that these are just indicators. This is not definitive proof that someone is lying. You have to really use your gut instinct. Our instincts are very powerful. So, look for multiple clues and listen to your gut. It is probably going to lead you towards the truth.